Okay.
Okay.
So, Russ, it's been a while that we met each other, we've seen each other, so you're doing well? Lose some weight?
Yes, I've lost some weight. Feels good.
Feels good. And then actually, I know that you've been traveling quite a bit and internationally, and then next year we are talking about a conference beyond personality types, but then still we think that in our areas, a lot of the development is still with talking about types, the basic structure, the systems. So actually looking at it from an international point of view, how actually we can move forward from really breaking beyond with this basic types and structures, things like that.
Well, I think there's a couple ways. My experience in Hong Kong and China is that first of all, we have to make sure that people working with it actually know the types and can make the clear distinctions. Because if you can't do that, you really can't do anything with the Enneagram, right? So that's one thing. But I think in China and in Hong Kong, people are very interested in the applications and in learning how to work with people. In one area I've been very interested in is some of the business applications. We did the work with James Flaherty this time, looking at coaching issues. But whether we're looking at coaching a leader or we're working with a team, what I think the main thing is helping people be at higher levels.
Yeah,
right?
come all the way.
They don't necessarily have to go all the way, but if we can have tools and ways to help lead, coach, work as a team, and do things to support everyone being at a higher level, then everything's going to work better. So my impression is that's a good place to really start focusing in our work in Hong Kong and China, because that's something very applicable, immediate, and something everybody has a use for. It certainly is an immediate application for relationships and for organizational life.
So that's ready, or you're still experimenting it with the integral coaching or the tools that you talk about, and then I think the test that it's been under review for I think more than 2 years already with SHL. You're saying that is coming along.
Yes. SHL has run into issues, I suspect, around other projects. The people who were doing this were doing it as kind of an extra thing because they were so interested, and then they had some very big jobs that they had to do for their income. But I think that as soon as certain jobs are done, they're going to go back and finish this. But we have been writing back and forth with them, and of course we want to get these results too.
And then you also want to go to the state, England.
Yeah.
Well, the visa.
Yes, that's been very frustrating, but I'm sure that will get worked out eventually. James Flaherty and New Ventures West and that whole organization has wonderful ideas, and we're just discovering more and more how our different approaches can come together to come up with a really integral approach to using the Enneagram with coaching that isn't just a few observations about the type, but a whole system, a whole body of knowledge that's very specifically applied to coaching. And I think there are other business applications that we've been working on, but you're right.
For example,
Dawn is working on a new kind of test to test the level of an organization, for instance, and to get feedback from people. What level do you think this organization is functioning at? Because people often have a sense of that if you explain a few things about it. So we're starting to look at things like that. I think that in organizations, it's very difficult to go in at the beginning and just work with individuals and say, okay, here you're this type and you seem to be at this level. But I think if you start working with teams and you say, okay, team, what level do you think you're at? And people are very honest about it and usually quite accurate. Where do you want to be? Well, of course they want to be at a higher level, and then we can explore different things that help the team go to a higher level based on the types of the people in it. It doesn't put so much excessive focus on the individuals, on the persons.
Personal growth,
That's right.
So we're saying that now a lot of time we're talking about workshops, training, seminars. And I think we also saying that in a Blue Ocean strategy, maybe we will be breaking out of the box about how we do the things structurally or traditionally, how we use the tools, how we offer the service to individual or to corporation units. So you see a new light when you're talking about the use of Enneagram into a team environment rather than an individual. So you see that actually is a new factors that we can really do something different.
Yeah, I think that the thing that is coming out of this conference, and I think a growing awareness in the Enneagram community, maybe with all the teachers, is that, you know, it's not, the main thing is not how are we going to sell the Enneagram.
Yeah.
It's like, how can the Enneagram help people? That's the question I have. How can this really help people have a better life, have more peace in the world, have people be have a better life with their families, their jobs, help people be more conscious and awake? How can it really support that? And I think the challenge in organizations is very good that way, because we have to start thinking about it in new ways. We have to think of ways that it's going to help people in organizations apply to the problems that they're having, not just ask them to join in our way of thinking about things, right? It's like offering them something that might be useful, and yeah, we're going to have to bring
platform for them to build on and grow and extend it. Maybe even with the same platform, they can go different directions so that they can be self-supporting in the learning process and also development process.
Absolutely. And there's so many ways of using different words for that, different language, but the principles are the same. It's all the same thing. It's about helping people to feel more confident, grounded, more connecting on a heart level, and more clear in their minds. That's such a basic human thing. There's so many ways we can talk about it. And the Enneagram is just a wonderful way to get people also into a conversation about how they can work and relate with each other more effectively. But I'm very excited that people are having new ideas about how to do this, but also just here at this conference, really amazed at how it's really now becoming a global phenomenon with contributions from all the different countries in the world. Very exciting. I think it's going to help the Enneagram sort of spread out, you know, like the branches of a tree, into a lot of different things that we haven't seen before.
So I think actually for us, we are also thinking about more regional collaborations, like what we talk about Enneagram Asia. Maybe next year when we have this conference, we'll see a lot of Asia representation also. So
yeah, that would be very good. We know there's a lot of people studying the Enneagram in Asia. We just got to get them together and working, right? It's exciting.
Yeah, so a lot of work, and I think you and Don have put in a lot of effort into building it, and we know that Don is physically not well, but then he's doing better.
Yes.
So to send our best regards to him.
Oh, I will definitely do that.
And look forward to seeing you next year, very soon enough.
Yes, I'm very excited to come back and to see my friends in Hong Kong and in China. That'd be great.
Thank you.